In football, your first offensive possession is a scripted drive. What they do is during practice, they'll actually put together what they want their first drive to look like. They're going to assume that they start at like the 25 and a kickoff, and then they're going to actually like script and drop their plays the way they want them to go. What you'll see a lot of times is you'll see a team that will go down through on their first drive, easily scoring a touchdown, and you might think, oh, this is going to be an easy game. But you can't script a whole football game. Most of a football game is reacting. This happened last season when the Vikings were playing the Rams. The Rams had that first drive like scripted, so they knew exactly what they were going to do, and they almost walked down the field and scored a touchdown, took an early 7-0 lead, and it looked like, oh, this Rams offense is good, the Vikings are going to have a handful. But the Vikings then went on and shut them out the entire rest of the game. Now that was last year. This season the Rams did beat us, but last year that was a perfect example of you thought this was gonna be easy for the Rams because they scored so easily on that first but scripted drive. The exact thing, actually the exact opposite, happened for the Vikings in the NFC title game. They walked through that Philly defense on that first drive like it was nothing. Scored 7 points, got an early lead, things looked pretty good, but on the very next possession, the Vikings got punched in the mouth. They threw a pick six, and now it was a 7-7 game, and the Vikings really didn't respond to anything after that. Got completely blown out 38-7 in the championship game. Hopefully right now, just had New Year's, you've made resolutions, you have plans for things you want to accomplish in 2019. It's great to have a plan, but understand things aren't going to go according to plan all the time. Don't be so set in your ways, in your plan, that you don't leave room for things to change. Because honestly, if you're so set in this plan, then when something changes, when you get hit in the mouth, you don't know what to do. And that's why it's so important to be a little more flexible. This isn't something that I'm great at. I'm more of a planner by nature, but you have to be able to react to situations. Your life's not gonna go according to your plan. Back when I was single, I wasn't even gonna try to think about marriage until I had a job, a place to live, good income, kind of had my life figured out a little bit. And so when I was in North Dakota, I had a job that I thought was my dream job. I had an apartment, nice place to live, whatever. And so I was like, okay, that's when I started talking to Jocelyn. Then things got serious, got engaged, got married. 2 months after the wedding, not even 2 months after the wedding, I get laid off. I got punched in the mouth. Like I thought I had a plan. I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I did things the right way. But life doesn't work like that. Life doesn't go according to your plan. Sometimes your plan could be great and you could still get punched in the mouth. And then how do you respond? Then what do you do? It's good to sit down with God and make these resolutions and talk to Him about what He wants you to do and things He wants you to accomplish. But understand that things aren't going to go according to plan. Things aren't going to go exactly how you want them to go, which is why it's so important to have a continued relationship with God. So when you do get punched in the mouth, you can go to God and say, hey, this was the plan we talked about, but it's not happening this way. Now what do I do? How do you respond? Right? You can't script an entire football game. You can script that one drive, and that's great. But what happens when you get punched in the mouth? 90% of a football game is not going to be scripted. It's going to be you reacting to, okay, we wanted to do this, but the defense did this. Now how do we respond? Every situation is different, and you have to know what to do in that situation, how to react to situations, and how to react when your life doesn't go according to plan. It's great to have a plan, and really, more than anyone, I encourage you to have a plan. I'm a planner, but you just have to understand that things aren't going to go according to plan. And things are going to be a little bit different. You might get punched in the mouth. How do you react then? Your life is going to be so much more about your reaction to things than it is about your ability to plan. Again, not putting down planning. Planning is a great thing, but planning only does so much for you. What's really going to make a difference in your life is how you react when things don't go according to plan.